There's much we can learn by studying Abraham Lincoln's journey from being just another politician to becoming America's greatest president. A key to this transformation was how Lincoln developed the self-discipline to take one of his signature strengths, use his mastery of language, and use it to serve the interests of the American people rather than his own.
Lincoln was undoubtedly one of the greatest communicators among all American presidents. His words as a public speaker, writer, debater, humorist, and conversationalist continue to entertain, educate, and inspire us to this day. With only 1 year of formal schooling, Lincoln consciously cultivated this mastery of language and expression.
As a young boy, he would practice public speaking by gathering his friends together and stepping onto a stump to address them. During his days as a lawyer in Illinois, Lincoln would frequently meet up in the evening with friends at a tavern and engage in public speaking contests. He gleaned valuable lessons in rhetoric by diligently studying Shakespeare.
As he began forging his political ambitions, Lincoln recognized the power of words to weaken and even destroy his opponents. And so he began to attack them with powerful volleys of criticism and mockery. Upon provocation at a political gathering in 1840, Lincoln mimicked and ridiculed his opponent, Jess Thomas, to the uproarious cheering of the crowd.
Thomas, who was present at the event, was reduced to tears, and for years afterward, the people referred to the event as the skinning of Thomas.
But the Lincoln we know as president was not this brash, impulsive politician who sent personal attacks on his opponents. So what made him change? Well, all along, something was stirring within him.
Right after the skinning of Thomas in 1840, one of his friends reported that the recollection of his own conduct that evening filled Lincoln with the greatest chagrin. He felt he had gone too far, and to rid his good nature of the load, hunted out Thomas and made ample apology, according to an excerpt from Benjamin Thomas, Lincoln's Humor and Analysis.
Gradually molding his character in this way, Lincoln became highly attuned to the feelings of others, including his enemies, and highly measured the way he communicated in adversarial situations. This was a crucial quality for leading America at a time when the nation was so divided and when the wounds of a civil war had to be rapidly healed.
Once, as he and his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, were approaching Washington in a carriage, she exclaimed, "This city is full of enemies." "Enemies," Lincoln injected. "Never again must we repeat that word." As told in Lincoln as they knew him, gossip, tribunes, and revelations from his best friends and worst enemies.
And in his stirring testimony to his power over words, the president pleaded in his first inaugural address, "We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained it, it must not break our bonds of affection."
Lincoln had still not lost his propensity for ridicule, but now was mostly directed toward himself in a self-effacing manner. When during one of their debates, Stephen Douglas called Lincoln two-faced, Lincoln responded wryly, "I leave it to my audience. If I had another face, why would I be wearing this one?" This is from Presidential Anecdotes.
But changing oneself isn't easy, so even as president, Lincoln's anger occasionally consumed him, making him pour it out in letters to critics, errant generals, and others.
Lincoln had the self-discipline not to dispatch these hot letters, and they were later found unsigned in a drawer in the president's desk.
In this way, one small step at a time, Lincoln built self-discipline and through it the character of his presidency.
Lincoln's journey suggests that the full measure of a leader lies not in how much we cultivate and exploit our strengths, but in how we work on tapping, in Lincoln's word, the better angels of our nature, to use our strengths in a cause that is much higher than our own personal gain.
Have you ever wondered what life would be like without friends? Pretty boring, pretty lonely, pretty bleak. God made us to long for and desire friends. Being friendly to yourself is the foundation. If you're not friendly to yourself, you'll have a hard time being friendly to others. It is very important to be friends with others, and that's why God created the church. He wants everyone to be supportive and work in harmony with each other. And very personally, God wants to be your friend. He says in John 15:12 and 14, "My command is this, love each other as I have loved you. You are my friend if you do whatever I command you.